Okay guys, pit stop at Casey's because I've already had coffee. I've had my cherry slush Alani while I've been driving to today's estate sale. I always think going to an estate sale is going to be a good idea, and then the day comes and I'm like, yeah, I'll just stay home. But not today. We are going to a Pat Jones tag sale. This will be my first sale with them, so I don't know if they give cards. I don't know any information other than it looked like a very full house. Nothing that I absolutely have to have, but I did bring a Tupperware with me and some bags with me, and we're going to see what we can find, and I'm going to bring you along. So let's go. Hey guys, it's Brooke from the Junk Parlor. Welcome to my channel. I just got here and I got signed in. I am number 27. We are about an hour and 10 minutes early. So I really had no idea what to expect. I recognize one person that's here. He sells at the Iowa State Fair flea market. So if you ever watch those videos, I'm always running to his booth to start at his spot. So he always gets good things. But otherwise, I don't really recognize anyone. Brooke Johnson. Before we got let in, they came out and made an announcement that most things in the garage were going to be $1 and less marked. The driveway was lined with extra boxes and padding, paper and stuff for you. And then where those blankets are, that was the holding area.
Go ahead. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Where's the boss? In the garage. No, it's right over there. Sorry. Yeah. Hi. Where's the empty?
Treasures, yeah. It's already sold. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of fun stuff in here.
Ooh, Joyce, this one. This one.
It takes a couple of trips.
I'm looking for a specific picture.
Rougher, I think.
It's not there?
Sorry.
It's not upstairs. You haven't seen my picture, have you?
I have not. I mean, here's some houses over here.
Okay, but not the one. Well, some of these are kind of fun though.
So yeah, I didn't see what you were looking for in
Yeah, it was
the.
a marching band.
Oh, a marching band.
Yeah. Huh.
Don't recall.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
Hi. I'll get out and you can come in.
Okay.
Maybe.
At least.
I ended up setting my tote just here by the couch, and then I would bring things back to it, and that was kind of what I kept my home base. Most things were marked, but not everything, but it was really nice because then you kind of had a ballpark idea of what their pricing was like. There was so much artwork in this house, and it really was beautiful and in beautiful frames and really great prices. Most things were like $20, maybe $35, which just for the frames alone, it was more than worth it. I did pass, however. There weren't any pieces that really spoke to me, and I'm trying to really cut down on my buying and be more selective. So I tried to be picky. Sorry.
This is the one he was broke. That's how he made his original. That's how he made money.
Kitchen sink. Oh, and then there's upstairs, there's a bathroom.
We have a whole area outside. If you wanna put your things out there, they'll put your name on them and you can keep shopping.
Hi.
Hello.
Needed.
Wait a second.
I'm bigger and older and better than you.
This place was pretty dark. Old houses didn't have a lot of lighting, and it's so heavily treed that a lot of sunshine wasn't getting in through the windows. There were, besides art, there were so many pieces of furniture. You can see even in this little, I would call it a closet, there was like three dressers, 4 dressers, and a desk and a trunk, and there was just furniture next to furniture next to furniture. It was crazy. This dog was paper mache. I thought it was going to be concrete when I picked it up. Had a few legs that had been patched over the years.
Oh my word, all kinds of stuff.
Baby grand piano downstairs and pump organ upstairs. I would not want to have to move it. Are you wanting the rug, or you want me to help pick it up?
Thank you.
Oh my! I don't know if it's gonna stay up or not.
Thanks.
Yep.
Try to go, but. Sorry.
No, you're just fine, yeah.
Oh, you know me and punch art. I found one, but I really like the long, skinny, rectangular shaped ones with mottos. So I left this one. Sorry.
Oh my God, did you see that desk out there? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh my God. Hallway? Oh, yeah.
I thought for sure there'd be like a glass carboy here.
The glass cowboy?
Carboy, like the big
Oh, yeah.
things for making booze.
You think so? Didn't have such a small head.
I'm going back downstairs. I'm gonna scoop that, and I might come back up. Okay, sounds good. Run around a bit. Yeah.
I'd like to have it just, I don't know what I could do with it.
Need a cane?
This was a very random piece for the house and the rest of the contents.
Oh, yeah, because that's your, you said all these are speakers.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's your speakers. Oh my gosh. And this just full, well, back in.
That's really
Hey, all set.
It can be yours for only $45, dude.
The prices are crazy.
Yeah. They are.
How would you get it? Then we have to get back to normal, what I do.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's a great piece.
So we like friends getting
Yeah.
there were always like people try to get crazy on some gifts. So like this. Oh, this we call it.
Excuse me. I'm not really sure why we see so many people looking on their phones, because literally there was no reception in this house.
Thank you.
not very much.
Yep.
A couple
This is-
little decorative things, and that
Yeah.
was about it.
This is quite the sale, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Excuse me.
There's a lot here to look at. Take it all in, figure out what you want to look at next.
So I'm looking at the atlas here, but this round table was really tempting. I thought maybe it was just too big in diameter, but it would be an upgrade from what we have now, and I think the color would work okay. Are you seeing that? That's a big ass freezer. Dang. And the safe, goodness. The safe is actually staying with the house. I really like this little biscuit jar. It did have a break. I didn't mind that there wasn't a lid. I debated it and I debated it, but it's just not the color for my house.
Oh, look at that little cheese thing. This is the kitchen they use. This is the
Let's put the things I've picked up along the way in the tote, grab it, and head outside to the garage.
Yeah, I already have a whole.
You know, there was a bad odor in this house. Closed up and it's the
$1 for the most part. I really like boxes. You can not only store in them, but I like using them as risers. And this one was very neat because that looks like mother of pearl around the keyhole. Well, that wasn't secure. Did you hear that? I guess the thermos lid wasn't on very good because when I put it under my arm, all of the lids and the little cups all fell out. Adding to my pile and going back to the garage because my hands were just too full. I went back and grabbed a few things in the garage and then I headed back into the house to walk around again. A lot of people have cleared out, so it was much easier to look. A lot of things are gone already, and it's just another chance to go through and see what you missed the first time. Like this mirror. It was kind of behind the door that we were all going in and out of. Absolutely gorgeous. Not really my style, not something that I would want to ship either, but definitely worth $45. I think these are like called Capiz shell, little lampshades. Tell me down in the comments, should I have purchased these? I thought maybe they were newer because they have the little slide over the light things and not attached a different way. Okay guys, I was so excited to bring this cabinet home that as soon as I got home, I cleaned off all of the little stickers. Obviously got it brought down to the basement thanks to my husband and my son, and I made this reel. So hopefully YouTube allows the music that I used on my Instagram reel. If you are not already following me on Instagram, you definitely need to. I have everything piled up here that I purchased that were the smaller items. So let's go through and see what I got. Out in the garage, everything was $1. I don't even know if they charged me $1 for all of these things. Little tea infusers are always a good seller for me. They look cute just on these little kid plates or whatever, tea set. This one is a super small one. And then my girlfriend Hillary had given me some little doll dishes like this. This one actually says made in Japan. These look like more like saucers just because of the little ring. So I thought, oh, I will grab these and put them in the stack with Hillary's that I kept and put on my shelf, put on my built-ins. When I was checking out or getting ready to pay, I saw a lady had an entire box of dishes. So these probably were in there at some point and just got separated. I really wish I had seen that box, but she probably grabbed it before I even came to wherever that was. This little bear tin was actually in one of the boxes, and when I heard something rattling, I just thought it was a key, but it was this bear tin. I love how these open. So it says to open, press a red spot on the lid, and the red spot is right there. It's more advertising. Well, never mind, it says press here. So you do that. I did it earlier and it worked fine. Well, now it's not working. Well, maybe I bent it. It literally popped open last time when I pushed it. Okay, well, I guess I just got lucky. You're supposed to just push that red thing and then it will open for you. It did it very easily that first time. Now, it does feel like it's a little concave, so I must have flattened it. And now I'm gonna have to use a flathead screwdriver or something and pry the damn thing open. Well, I was excited to show you that, but never mind. I'm recording this and it's September 11. And again, another thing that I just found in a box. Again, I thought it was a key. And this is actually, I don't know if it's, well, I think it's just thick plastic on a really pretty pin. But I thought this was perfect for September 11th. Couple little petite book stacks, Bibles. And this little tag was in something and it says key to a tin box, although there was no key. It looks like a little tea bag to me. And it says Yonkers Brothers, Des Moines, Iowa. Basically, it was 5 cents. So I love Bible stacks. And a girl who bought a ton of Bible stacks, I think these will just keep nesting well on hers. That's something that I like to keep, but I'm a reseller. I can only make money if I sell things. And this little cute print, it's just a boy. It looks like it's a tin type. I'm trying to get it so you don't have so much glare. I love the frame, and the back is taped like nobody's business. So I will not be checking to see if it's actually a tin type. It says C.W. Oscar Mayer, when a child in Germany, mother and father. So is that like Oscar Mayer Wiener's guy? And then it says in German, there's like a photography like sticker and all the details on there. So whether it's the Oscar Mayer guy or not, which probably would make it more valuable, but I don't even know how you would even know it's the Oscar Mayer guy. I still just like the shape of the frame and the look of it. That's also why I bought this one, because there were a lot of old pictures. You can see there's a little bit of damage there. I felt like there was maybe damage somewhere else. Just that one corner looks like. This does not look like a tin type. It looks like a normal picture, but I love the little wire stand in the back. Original, you can see somebody has added new nails, so it must have been falling apart, but super, super cute. Okay, if you've been following me for very long, then you know that I love wood boxes. This one is just a lift-off lid. Maybe it had cigars in it or something I could have seen. Great for storage, great for a riser. This is a cutting board, obviously. It is stamped Munsing, which those are a lot of times are wooden bowls, and I guess I didn't even realize that they also did cutting boards. This is just an old journal. I have some others like this. I think they look really great stacked. They have a good spine, nice neutral color. This one is all about his farm. It is pretty full, and there's a lot of like loose papers in here. So he has like sold hogs to so-and-so. There's a letter talking about how there's no hay in the area. Newspaper articles cut out like a mother and her child were killed in a train wreck. A train hit their car, and it was believed that the person who was supposed to shut the gate for the train fell asleep. And so it was just really interesting looking through things. This is all bent and folded, kind of a little silliness with a little, I think it's a turkey. No, it's a goose. Goose getting his little pee-pee. So there's just like random stuff in the book as well. I'm honestly probably going to pull all that random stuff out. I kind of have a pile of just like papers and then sell a lot of ephemera for all those people that do junk journals, like to frame things. What, probably a jewelry box or pencil box or something. 20 a box, I think is what it says there on the bottom. But look at that hardware. Gorgeous. And you do have to push the button in order to get it to unlock and open. You can just barely see, but I got so many money boxes. And this one I don't think was a money box, honestly. I think this one is a spice box. It has some random weird hole in the back, but I think it's a spice box just because of this top piece being more decorative. And I mean, money box handles are like this too, or safety box handles, but I don't know. It just gives me the spice box feel. Although there is an old like label spot there. It doesn't matter because I love them stacked. So you could probably get 3, maybe 4 of these nicely nested on top of each other. And this one is probably the best one, and I didn't even see it. It's HJB. Wouldn't it have been awesome if it was MJB, like all my MJB tins that I collect? Which I've shared this many times, but the reason I collect the MJB is, one, I love green, and especially the older ones are the green that I really, really like. My husband's name is Matt, my name is Brooke, our last name is Johnson, MJB. So it has our initials. So if that had been MJB, oh, that would have been extra sweet, but it doesn't, but that's okay. But I was buying a bunch of these. I was at checkout, they were ringing me up, and the guy's like, oh, there's more of those down in the basement. Do you want them? And I'm like, yes, I do. So this one has a couple keys down there in the bottom. You can hear them, probably can't see them. So I need to test those out and see if they work on just that one, because there's 2. This one, I think I can take a mallet and flatten that out. It doesn't bother me that the top is a little damaged or, you know, chippy and rusty. It also has a red trim. One, I think I can flatten that out pretty well. This one also has a key with it, and you're gonna stack them anyway, or you are, I am gonna stack them anyway. You can do whatever you want with them, but that top chipped off black, you're not, I mean, for me, how I would display them, you're not even gonna see it. This is another one of those that was in the basement, and it looks like it had been used for like a piggy bank maybe. So there's a couple little slots. That one would have been where the lid handle was, so maybe that just pulled up and looks like a money slot. So just plain simple. That one is the biggest. And then they also had, I haven't tested it out to see if it's gonna fit the one that I have, but I do have a skinny one like this already, and I think this one is a little bit smaller. This one has been painted 77, which is fine, but I think maybe that will make 2 that shape for me. A lot of these were in the garage. It was very dark in there. This one is probably the best condition. Again, awesome hinges. I'm gonna say this was probably like a recipe box, or like where you would put your card catalog information in a library, but that's not even what I'm thinking. Like a Rolodex kind of, with all of your phone and contact information. This one has some like, it's been eaten on. Whatever those woodworms are or whatever. Still like it. This is another one that I couldn't really see all of this veneer peeling off in the garage. And it doesn't really have anything neat hardware wise, but look at that keyhole. I am pretty sure that that is mother of pearl. I've never seen a box with mother of pearl on it, on the keyhole for sure. And then that is like a burgundy velvet in the inside. So it's really pretty. These were very unique. So it was in the stone house, you could get 0 reception. If I went outside the stone house, I could get a little bit. And so I really wanted to look these up, but when I was in the house, I couldn't get reception. And then when I was out of the house, I wasn't even thinking about it. So these are like travel or portable desks, which I have had some before. The other one that I had was much larger, and it was like a traveling priest pulpit. And the only reason I knew all that information is because of who I bought it off of. They knew, because it was a, you know, family piece or whatever. And these were affordable. Not that the bigger one wasn't affordable, but these were more tempting to me just as a wooden box alone, because they're the right size. So when I'm buying things, sometimes not only am I thinking about shipping, because, you know, the bigger something is, the heavier it is, the more it's going to cost to ship, but I'm also thinking about usability. So if you have a big box, where's somebody going to put that? Like, you could put it on a buffet, or you could put it on top of a dresser, or you could stack it on some other boxes or on a bench or something and use as a side table. But this is much easier to incorporate into your home. This is just a little inlaid brass piece, and I'm guessing there was probably a brass inlaid piece there by the keyhole. But here is the inside. So this one was really pretty. This one's probably one of the better insides. It does have a little locking mechanism, so you can drop down the writing desk and hide some stuff back there. And this one is missing. There's like a little kind of trough thing that should set in here, and it is missing that. But I mean, gorgeous, very unique, not something that everybody is going to have. And the other one I got, I need to figure out if I can pick a lock, which we already know the answer to that. So this one has a little wood inlay, not brass, but if you notice, it doesn't shut. And it doesn't shut because the locking mechanism is locked up, which again, I didn't notice that when I was looking to purchase it. I still think it's gonna sit flat enough that you can put stuff on top of it. This one has old, like, burlap, green burlap is what it looks like. So I'm going to try and play with it and see if I can get it to jimmy down. And then this is supposed to be like that other latch, but there's no pin coming out. Well, there is a pin coming out, but it must not be enough because I could not get it. It's not long enough to hold this part up. This one's got black. This one does have that little trough tray. So some dirt just fell out. So here I took it out, but you can see that's what the other one should have had. So this one is a little bit bigger. And then on the other one too, which I don't think I showed you, and this one's got some good cracking, but the bottom piece will open too. So you've got two kind of like hidden compartments or whatever, but they're beautiful. I love them. I have a thing for boxes anyway. This suitcase, I didn't even look in the inside of it. I liked the outside, and I was just hoping that it was going to be a decent price because it wasn't marked. And, you know, if it was more than I wanted to spend, then you just say, no, thank you. So the clasps or locks or whatever you want to call them, you have to move the button over and then use your finger to unhook it. So it's not just you move the button over and it pops open. So what would this have been? I think these are like for picnic stuff. Don't hold me to that. Some kind of travel kit. Maybe it's all your mirrors and fingernail files and stuff. Not sure. I probably would never even use the inside, but this elastic pouch has pulled away the corners. 3 of the corners, there's one down here, but you could easily glue that, clamp that, put a clothespin. That would be a super easy fix if you wanted to use it. But I love this. I think little suitcases like that stacked look super cute, like under a window, as a end table, by your bed or by the couch, in a weird shaped corner or spot. You can just do a stack. This thermos I about damaged when I was getting it in the garage because somebody must have taken the lid off and then just set it there. So when I grabbed it and I looked at it and then I went and I put it under my arm, all of this stuff fell off. So there is a little stopper. What does this even say? Poly red top. So there is a little stopper there. There are 2 cups inside. And then your lid. They had a whole set of wood goblets. This one to me is like more decorative. It's really thick. I don't think you would be drinking out of it. But I did pass on the goblets. They were a little bit darker, and I don't know. I just didn't have like a gotta have them kind of thing. I think honestly having 1 versus a set of 8, I like that better. It's not marked on the bottom or anything. And then this is a very heavy brass etched bowl. And actually I have another one. It is marked China. I don't feel, it's a bigger than this, and I don't think that it's as heavy duty as this one. Then this piece of ironstone, it is not marked, although it looks like there is a 10, maybe, scratched on there before it got glazed. It has the look of ironstone, and I can't remember. Tell me down in the comments, like, what was this dish called? It's not a bone dish, I don't think. I don't remember. But it's pretty. You could put a block of soap and have it in your bathroom. This was out in the garage, and I love pictures and I love crazing and discoloration. There is a little chip up here that doesn't bother me. And even though it has pink and like a brighter blue flower on it, I still think it gives the fall vibe just because it's so discolored. This is a Ridgeway Royal Semi-Porcelain Binaural. I don't know. You see if you can make it out. Something. I'm going to butcher this. I don't care how many times people tell me how you pronounce something. I just can't remember. Namaji. Is that what it is? This little namaji. I love the pop of green in it. My girlfriend has a dough bowl with probably, I don't know, 50 of these in there at least. And it's so cool. This one I just really, really, really like the coloring on. I've got a Watkins lady. She's kind of switched. I can't remember if I've sold her a pink Watkins cinnamon tin or not before. She's kind of switched to cookbooks. But I saw this, I got it. I like it because it's pink. To me, that's different. You don't have pink stuff in your kitchen all the time. And then this is probably somewhat newer because it has the plastic little feet cutting board. But again, I love these as risers. I love these for layering because it makes a good transition between, you know, different colored and shaped things. This little suitcase, and I also just want to mention, like, at this estate sale, so I walked through probably 3 times total on the house, probably twice in the garage. So I videotaped the first go round. I videotaped a little bit on the second go round, but there, you know, it's like a mad rush in the beginning and then people just grab and go. It had thinned out a lot by the time I'd done my second and third round. And of course, people were buying things. So as there were holes on the table, people brought things from under the table and put them out. These things, the lap desks, and maybe that was it, and this trunk were underneath a desk or underneath a table, and I just happened to squat down and see it. But I just noticed a lot of things were getting moved. It's just like when you set up at a show, if you are a reseller, as things sell, you move them from higher and lower to eye level so people can see them. And I did find something in like a closet breezeway type thing that was up high on a shelf, and it was like a breakable dish that I don't know why got stuck up there. And luckily I touched it before I pulled it down so I didn't break it, and I just got it. And when I saw it was breakable, and I'm like, why was it up there? I moved it to an empty spot, and a guy by me was talking, and I'm like, oh, I don't work here. I just moved it because it wasn't in a good spot. And he's like, well, you just made a sale. I'm like, all right, I know. So this trunk, I mean, how beautiful is this? I must still have something in it. We better look at that. I didn't think I put anything in it. Oh, I got another laptop laptop lap box. And that's funny because I'm gonna have to rearrange. In my mind, I was thinking, I thought I got more of these. So this one is another one that looks like it has mother of pearl there in the keyhole. And there's an inlay on top. That's almost a football shape. I spent all yesterday watching football. So there's a little bit of the veneer missing, but who cares? This one, I'm guessing that's for jewelry. I mean, look at the bright blue and all the little compartments. You've got, I mean, that looks like a hat pin topper as your lid here. I don't know, that must be just like the bottom liner. We got a little lid here. I mean, how awesome is that? Take the tray out and you can hide more things underneath. Not a little desk, but another beautiful box. Okay, going back to this leather trunk, it was underneath the stuff and I just love the end. It's really kind of falling apart on the outside, but this is marked Dubuque, Iowa, which on my website, I'm pretty sure I have another Dubuque, Iowa thing on there that is big and beautiful. So it's not in perfect condition, but I love it. It would look good stacked on the floor, put in front of the fireplace, at the foot of your bed, and the inside is really neat. So this is Frank Henderson Regalia Manufacturer, Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's what that back sticker says. And then this little, it looks like there was something, well, here's a little leather chunk. It looks like something would have held it in place. Oh, there are little hooks here. They just got undone at some point. So the hooks are gonna hold it in place. So if you like this view better, you can show this off. It says, read this. If any part of the uniform does not fit properly and if any article is not entirely satisfactory to you, please return to me with instructions for change and I will gladly make everything satisfactory. If the sword blade is not perfect and if the plating on any part of the uniform proves to be poor, please return anytime within 2 years from date of this label and I will replace with new parts free of expense to you. Very responsibly, Frank Henderson, Kalamazoo, Michigan, August 7th, 1841. So some kind of military uniform. I will have to research a little bit. But I mean, how neat is that? I am not much of a pink person. I mean, I love it, but I don't have it in my own home. But when I saw these blankets, I just was like, you know, I might not be a pink person, but somebody is a pink person. This is only half of the blanket. It is wool. There is appears to be a little bit of yellow discoloration, but it's awesome. I did look for a label when I was just at the estate sale and I didn't see anything, but I haven't, other than right now, I haven't opened them up. So we'll see what we find. These are very long. I would say more like, this is probably like, what, twin size width, but it goes on for ever and ever. Thank you so much for watching today's video and going to the estate sale with me. I hope you like the things I chose to come home with, and I'll see you next time. So I think what happened, I got it. I think I had put the lid on the wrong way. I caught it. So there's little directions in there and still some bare aspirin.